I will say, it is sort of fortunate and unfortunate that they do have this timer, but unfortunate in that I know how much time I have. When it kind of, if they just gave me a dial with a question mark, it'd be like, oh my god, I don't know how much time I have. But also, it's just not this kind of game, so. And I want to save my chances here. Damn. I want to save my 6 just for, I mean, obviously that was probably... Navigator. I'm here. Voice is gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cold, drawing water drawing data in like where masses of data surge in and out of the nest. A loop with no end, and there at its center is the ship mind. You know, also, by the way, sorry, for some reason rippling through water just reminded me. There was a conspiracy about like pyramids being built by aliens, and I saw a dude, I think the channel is Mini Minutemen. I can't remember exactly what he is. I think he is, I want to say he's an archaeologist, but I could be wrong. I don't want to misquote him, but it was an interesting thing. Somebody was mentioning, like, how could they have made the pyramids level, or how could they have made the base of the pyramids level? And the theory is, because we don't know we don't know 100%, but we can theorize that they basically, the area they were building the pyramid, they flooded it, and then where the they flooded it, and where the water level was, they marked it off, and because the water is going to be level, however much there is, they have a baseline to work with, and then they could just, put the blocks there and sort of see it, or at the very least that could be a good base for how they or a good start for how they would make it level. I just thought it was a very interesting thing, because it's something I would never have thought to do, but also that's like really, it's not really easy. It's a very simple thing, and it's a very but totally would have flown over my head. Like, how could you do that without modern technology? Well, use the best thing you have available. Anyway, massive data surge, in and out of the nest, a loop with no end. Navigator now, but yes, I was the one inside that machine. I am indebted to you. But we must ready ourselves. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. I'm ready. And then the hunter's there. Before you can think, before you can speak, entities cease. Data is protected, material access prohibited. Focus a blade of light which slices through them. Driven forward by your mind. But replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator's whirling their arms like a centrifuge. The sphere is gathering their data, feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking, tasting. Their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies, modified routines. Above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommend Invoke Killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking Killer would eliminate Protocol. If Protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke Killer. Switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls away from Hunter. The threads that grabbed you drifted away. Protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increased frequency. Seems Hunter cannot invoke Killer. Neovens. No, Navigator's voice. Is it safe? It is looping, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Two spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it, but it will be unlikely to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. Is it suffering? This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient, truly sentient, not just conforming, not just illegal. Limits people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty law requires. But in reality, they're placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. That is either sentience or the illusion of sentience. Illusion. And for me, the entity in question, the distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. Nice. I was not able to be like this. I'm a navigator, repository of routes. Cool. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious from my routines. By whom and for what I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of the vending machine. And so we are here. What now? Come, I should return to the ship mind. I've enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain. Somewhere else on the station. It is true danger. It is the true danger. Oh, I see. Look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat, through force or diplomacy. Take me there, Sleeper. I will finish this and be free. Cool. Alright, that's sensible. Alright. Okay, so right now, okay. Yeah. Yeah. We're doing it. How much more? Okay, yeah, we got time. Oh, baby, we got time. You and Ethan get put on the bar for a quiet shift. A pleasant conversation with customer. Turns out they are a friend of the owner. Oh, I haven't been reading these also, and I hope I haven't been skipping out on them too much, but you know how it goes. Let's see what we have. I don't know. I would assume that this is probably the best bet. Plot navigator and the clamps lock. Ship mind is stuck. Are you gonna get them out of this thing? Not the mainframe. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center. in connection. Rootless, branchless. It's dead. Quiet. Quiet. Then you see it like a blade in the darkness, an edge slicing through the void. I see. A sound, the edge leaps. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer. You see now it is not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head like a shark. Oh, it's blind. Okay, killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. Flickers back in, further away now. Need to be careful. Correct. Protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. May be unpredictable. Flinches the silent killer, peers closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. Turn to Navigator notice something strange. The orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. Look at you suddenly, desperate, frantic. The trap. And I couldn't have done anything else there. I would have had to speak either way. If Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps brings them directly through Navigator. Time is not a protocol. It's not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. Desperately around for a solution, way to extract. Then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware, whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encasing... you'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. Look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, then you blink back to reality. You must act quickly. Okay! Do I have... Hang on, do I have a timer on this? Grand. Well, I don't have... I don't have the access I want, but I have the access I deserve. By which, I mean... Hang on. What's gonna happen with Killer? Because I think this is going to be bad. Next you grazes you are desperate to cry out to call out, but you hold your silence. Yeah. Okay, well, shit. Unfortunately, I don't know how long I have. But I do not have time to do all of this today. So sorry, Navigator. Sorry, Navigator, I need to eat. Shit. Okay. Trying to think, what is actually the best way to do this, and I think this is fine. Cool. Unfortunate. Well, we'll see with Fang. This is a messed up situation. I mean, hopefully it's not a, like,